Is it just me? Am I the only one who's been feeling like I'm going through some kind of massive transformation? It can't be. I've been feeling so stuck, so stagnant, unproductive, unlike myself. But there's a reason for some of it. COVID obviously turned everything upside down for a lot of people. But in 2020, I had a baby. I left the job that I was at for over 7 years. After that, I had to cut my hair. It fell out. And then I got married. And shortly after that, I found out what it's really like to have a teenager. So it was coming in fast. Life was hitting me. And not in a bad way, but just, whoa, lots of changes. And so it left me feeling like, well, who am I anyways? So I had to figure that out. And this is how I have relearned who I am. I started by meditating. Meditating is not the easiest thing to do, but it can be very rewarding. You have to be realistic on how you start. But what meditation did for me is it allowed me a chance to give my brain a reset. I literally just stopped thinking. Now, when you're meditating, the thoughts will still come. The most important thing to do is to allow the thoughts to come and don't judge them. So that's what I did. In doing that, I started to self-reflect on what I was thinking. What was I telling myself? I was on a loop of negative thoughts, like constantly telling myself things that were negative and believing them. That's when I realized how much of it was not real. I stopped to look at it like, wait a minute, why am I telling myself these things? Why am I making myself think and feel these things? Those thoughts had so much control over my overall mood, what I would do, just how I was feeling. Everything would be surrounded by these negative thoughts. And so I had to change it. I literally thought to myself, I can change the way that I'm thinking. I don't have to think these thoughts. I don't have to feel these things. So the first thing, obviously, was to dismantle those negative thoughts. I did that by doing things that made me feel good. I started to journal, getting my thoughts out. That gave me so much clarity, just writing things down. It started to help me dissect why I would have these negative thoughts, where those negative thoughts were coming from, past traumas, pain, experiences, whatever it was. I started to see it on paper, and that way it got out of my mind. And I started to see it for what it was, just negative thoughts. I started to get back outside. I love being outside, and I forgot that. Maybe COVID had me tripped up. I am a homebody at heart, but also reading. Reading makes me feel so refreshed. It makes me feel like I'm giving my brain something to feed it, a mental break. I started to finish projects, things around the house that I had been wanting to do, spending time with my kids, just really spending time with them, looking at them. Every part of them, the way that they smile, listening to them speak, all of those things started to make me reconnect with the now. I literally became present, not thinking about some end result that I initially always thought about, but just being in the moment and appreciating everything that it had to offer. Recognizing just how much I've grown as a person, as a woman, as a mother, as a wife. I have so much to be grateful for. I don't have to focus on anything other than right now. I chose not to resist. I chose to go with the flow, be what is. That gave me instant gratification, instant gratitude. I stopped focusing on some end goal. Not to say that I don't have any goals. I just mean I wasn't focused on it on my day to day to the point where I couldn't appreciate the moments. I couldn't appreciate taking a breath. I couldn't appreciate the daily life. I had to remind myself, so much of life, we think, oh my gosh, I really want this. I want to have that. This should be this way. That should be this way. The problem with that is you forget just how much of this is the journey. This is the life. Life is to be lived, and you're in the living part of it. And if you stay so focused on the end result, what exactly does that look like? The reason why I started to realize I was having so many issues is because I was resisting the moments that I'm actually living, resisting what is, the moments that I'm having right now, even in the chaos, the craziness, and the kids. Just enjoying what is and not resisting gave me this peace that I can't even explain to you. I stopped the inner conflict in my vibration. Oh my gosh, I'm so hot. So the goal is to overall raise the vibration. Raise your vibrations by doing things that make you feel good. That can be anything. Work out, journal, set small goals, achieve them. Give yourself a little dose of serotonin, dopamine. Get outside, finish projects. Enjoy the moments that you're having right now and enjoy them so much to where you are not vibrating in a spirit of lack. You're vibrating in a spirit of having all that you need right now. That's what I've been doing to bring myself peace and to bring myself back to who I am